This session. So today we have with us esteemed chief guest for today's session. He is Dr. Shivarajkumar. He did his BA in BEC Balapur and MTech also he did it here itself and PhD from VT. So presently he is working as an associate professor in Srimati Kamala and Venkappa M. Agadi College of Engineering, Lakshmeshwara. So today he is going to talk regarding the topic as automation and robotics in construction, transforming the future of civil engineering. So with this, we will welcome sir.
Good afternoon, friends. Hope you have had breakfast today morning. Yes. So let me take the presenter here. So thank you, madam, for giving me the introduction. Myself, Shivarajkumar Goudar, working as associate professor. Today I am here to give the presentation on automation and robotics in construction, transforming the future of civil engineering. So this is one of the trending topic I would like to say. So this is my introduction already madam has given. I have 11 years of teaching experience and 5 years of research experience, and I am specialized in soil mechanics subject. This is my college also. In 2011 I have output from here, and later I have joined PG here only, that is Geotechnical Engineering, and I have output in the academic year of 13-14, and immediately I have joined Srimati Kamala and Sri Venkappa M. Agadi College of Engineering and Technology as a lecturer, and after 1 year I have promoted to the assistant professor, and after completing my PhD in 23, I am promoted as an associate professor, right? And I am familiar with Fluxus 2D and 3D software, which passes the geotechnical field. Then I am familiar with the AutoCAD, 3D Max, Google SketchUp, and few softwares which are coming in the civil engineering, right? This is my brief introduction. So, as you already know that the title of today's presentation is Automation and Robotics in Construction, Transforming the Future of Civil Engineering. So, these are the content I have brought here. These are very important and selected content I have framed here. There are n number of contents are there. Only few I have framed here. So, what are that? First one is introduction, what is automation and robotics, how they are going to take a role in the civil engineering that transform the future of civil engineering field, right? Then environmental impact of traditional construction, role of automation in reducing construction waste, autonomous machines for sustainable earthworks, role of AI in optimizing resource use, recycling and reuse of materials through robotics, robotics in sustainable infrastructure maintenance, and some of the case study I have brought here. Case study that covers the solar powered construction robots which can help in various fields like agricultural and in the army sector also, and conclusion. So let us start this contents. First, introduction. So what is automation and robotics? Whether this automation and robotics is really needed in the area of the civil engineering? So what is automation and robotics in the construction industry? So this is one of the very important. In upcoming days we need this essentially, right? So the definition of automation and robotics in the construction industry involves that the use of advanced machines, AI, and autonomous system to perform tasks traditionally done by the manual labors. Slowly we can replace the manual activities with the robotics and automation machines. These technologies enhance precision, speed and safety, transforming how construction projects are executed while minimizing the human interventions. Then these technologies boost efficiency by automating repetitive tasks, reducing construction time and cost. Yes, once you give the task to the robots or any kind of automation advanced machines, it will complete the task within the given time with the accurate work done. As well as also it can reduce the maximum time. It can save the time, right? So that comes under automation and robotics. The robotics and AI ensure greater precision in complex operations, minimizing errors. Sometimes we need to make a mining activity which is for example 500 feet or 1000 feet below the ground level, right? In this situation we need to send the automation and robotics to encounter the different types of minerals present at the depth of 900 feet or 1000 feet below the ground level. It can capture the images which the minerals are present at that level, and it can take the readings and it can test the data also. So that type of advanced technology is coming in future. So that I am going to tell you. Right, and also in construction activity, before constructing any type of structure, we can analyze through the 3D printing. Right? So that is also available in the market. So this is the example of the image that 3D printing. Right? This is also available in the different types of softwares like walkthrough videos, right? Interior design, exterior designs. We can go through that. So earlier this was not there. Right? This is nowadays it is running very fast. So likewise, this is the brief introduction about automation and robotics in the construction field. Then, the next content is environmental impact of traditional construction. What are the existing traditional construction activities? How these are going to impact to the society as well as environment? Whether we are doing in the proper manner, or is there any advantages or disadvantages? If you measure the scale, we can see the images or we can see the live things. These traditional activities are going to impact very high scale, which comes under disadvantages to the societies, which can make a harmful activity to the society, which can destroy the nature of the soil, which can destroy the environmental condition, or some activity involved like trimming the forest or cutting the trees, can converting that to the construction area. If you take the example of the China or any Japan country, if they want to make any innovative ideas, they are going to work with the existing trees without cutting them, without cutting, right? Or sometimes they can replace that tree to one place to another place. This technology is also available in the different countries. They can replace the existing tree wherever is requirement. So in India, what will going to happen? If we are making the road, means what? We are going to trim all the trees. We are making it very clear. So whether it is a good activity or not, it is not a good activity. It will cause a major impact on the environment, right? This is the well known, but still now we are following the same rule. And this is the example of this. This example of this is waste dump in the open area. There is no any proper manner. There is no any proper landfill. There is no any reusage or recycling or reuse of the materials, right? Just this is dumped in the open area. Who did it? In and around our people, right? This is also going to affect the environment. This is also directly going to spoil the soil condition which can grow some, right? After this activity, it is not going to grow anything because we are destroying the structure of the soil. We are degrading the fermentation of the soils, right? That impacts very much in the by following the traditional construction activities. See here. This is I have made here. The environmental impact of traditional construction is significant, contributing to high carbon emissions and excessive energy use. Where there is no any necessary to use the excessive energy, in that cases we are using high efficiency energies. It is simply waste of energy. Then, and a large amount of material wasted. Construction activities often decrease the natural resources like water, timber and minerals. It is nothing but polluting the water, decreasing the natural resources and minerals also. Then, while generating pollution through the dust, noise and waste runoff, huge amount of pollution is generating. So this is the example of the pollution, right? Then, what will happen if we shift to the automation and robotics? Whether these activities are going to control by the automation system or not? Yes, it is going to control the impact on the environment. By shifting to the automation and robotics offers sustainable alternatives. We can give the alternative ways by reducing resource consumptions, minimizing wastes and lowering the emissions. These technologies play a major role in creating eco-friendly environment. Energy efficient construction practices for the future. You can consider any area, whether it may be agricultural or it may be a construction of the tunnels, it may be a construction of the bridges, right? It is going to give the effective result which involves or which gives you the eco-friendly environment also by shifting to the traditional construction practice into the automation and robotics field. Let us know how it is going to give you a eco-friendly environment. So these are some of the examples I have brought here. In the image A, this is the brick masonry which is going to done by the automation and robotics. If you give you the area, if you give you the material, if you provide the exact details, this is going to create you the masonry wall with the accurate analysis and accurate result. Then, in the image B, here the plastering is going on with the machines with the 0% of waste. Waste of what? Mortar. Right, nowadays you can see that someone is constructing the wall, they are going to waste 1 or 2 buckets of the cement mortar after ending that work. Just they are going to dump that into the open ground. So that kind of activity can impact majorly. These all activities are going to minimize by using the robotics and automations. Then in the image C, the ceiling plastering is going with the machines. Then image D, demolition activities. Demolition engineering is there. Particularly demolition engineering is there. This is the wide range of knowledge is there in the demolition engineering. How to demolish the building. That is also a good practice. So the demolition of the building, existing building is also one of the activity which is going to carry over by the automation and robotics. You can reuse the steel, cement or whatever the material coming from the demolition activities. Right? This is one of the benefit. Then the role of automation and reducing construction wastes. How we can reduce the construction waste? This is the one of the biggest problem to reduce the construction wastes. The automation plays plays a key role in reducing the construction risks by enhancing precision and efficiency in material use. For example, if you are trying to construct one wall, which you know that the length and height, length, depth and thickness, everything. So if you give this exact details to the machine, it is going to give you the wonderful finishing at the end of that project. That means at the end of that small project. By constructing the English bond or English bond with a known plastering proportions 1:3, how much cement is going to use, how much water we need to add, how much sand we need to add, what is the quality of the sand, whether the sand quality is eligible or not. The manual laborers, what they are going to do? If we need to prepare 1:3 proportion for the plastering, they are going to roughly take the cement from the cement bag and they are going to add the sand. Whether it is, they are not going to check whether it is suitable for the plastering or not. If the mud is mixed or what, if the lumps are very high or not. Because they are unskilled laborers. They are going to mix it properly, then they are going to add water randomly. If it becomes slurry, they are going to add up with the cement and sand, then they are going to make up it as a plastering mortar. But in the automation system, it is not going to make a mistake. That's why this is very, very important. If you give you area of this wall, complete wall, we need a plastering thickness about 5 mm or 1 cm. Which proportion? 1:3. If you give you the material, like there is no need to calculate the water cement ratio, there is no need to calculate the how much cement you want. Everything will be done by the machines. Just you need to give the inputs. How much area is there, how much thickness you want. That's enough. It will do their work properly with a 0 errors. Right? Then the advanced technology is also available, like that 3D printing and prefabrication of the materials. Before executing the project, we are able to analyze in the 3D printing machines also and prefabrication instruments. And it can also follow the better planning and resource management, reduces errors that often leads to waste. That's what we just discussed. Then, autonomous machines for sustainable earthwork. This is one of the example I have got here. If you want to construct the embankments, if you want to construct the retaining walls, if you want to construct the roads, national highways, right? What you are going to do? The basic work is excavation, earthwork. Then, how much time it will take by the laborers? If you plan that work in the management area, say about 30 days, what time they are going to work? Anyhow, the laborers need the rest, right? It doesn't mean that the machines need rest. The machine should be recharged and it should be operate very accurately when the inputs are given by the humans, right? But how somehow we can manage that. We can increase the timing of the construction activity. If the labor works from morning to evening, the machine can work from morning to tomorrow morning. It will give you the complete work done by stipulated time. How means? It is going to take the inputs from the GPS, it is going to take the inputs from the signals, image captures and the existing data available, which is given by the humans. So in the earthwork, these machines are automatically operated day and night. So this can be saved the maximum time, right? So that is what I have framed in this slide. See here, the GPS guided system perform tasks with precision, reducing fuel consumption and and emissions compared to the traditional equipments. Traditional equipments means man operated equipments, right? And these machines work with the eco-friendly construction practices. If you encounter any large scale trees in the earthwork, then you have given the input that do not cut any type of trees, right? If the labor is doing that work, what he will do? The boss is given the task that you should complete this work within the given time, that 6 p.m. So he encountered one tree there in the earthwork. He is not going to ask to the owner or boss. Just he will trim that tree and dump it as a waste. But if you give the input to the machine, do not cut any type of trees or shift the trees, you will send it to the owners that there is a large scale of trees available in this work or in this particular area. Then again we need to plan to shift that trees, or we need to make a necessary action there. So like that, these machines work with the eco-friendly construction practices. That is what I am going to tell you. Then the next slide introduces the role of AI in optimizing resource uses. Do you know what is AI? Artificial intelligence. Very good. How it is going to work in the engineering sector, irrespective of branch? Any example from your side? It can create the codings, it can write the programs, it can give you essay, it can give you your introduction if you give the input, it can give you the medical suggestions, if you give the input of any diseases, it will give you home remedies, it will give you diet plans, everything. It can create the apps, it can write the program for the apps, AI, right? So, what I mean, the AI is going to help in the civil engineering construction activities. We need to take the help of AI in civil engineering field also. It is not only limited to the software based works, right? So how it is going to take a major role in construction activities by optimizing the resource uses, right? AI plays a major role in optimizing resource use by analyzing the data. It can analyze the data. What type of data? It can read the estimations. It can calculate the load distribution activities. It can design the column size, beam size. It can design the mixed proportions. It can read. It can verify. It can reuse. It can reduce the time. It will give you more accurate results. Right? So like this, the AI is going to take a major role in upcoming civil engineering field. Nowadays we know that what is the existing activities are going to happen in the construction field. If one tender is called, what it will be going to happen? Some of the contractors are going to apply, they are going to take the maximum profit from that work. These all activities are existing. Right? If they construct one road, within a span of 2 years or 3 years, the road will get damaged. That means that type of poor quality of work is there. Right? Poor quality of work is there. If we shift to the traditional construction practice to the automation or robotics, it will not give you the poor quality of the work. Until unless you give the poor or the input data are very poor, or the design data are very poor. If you give the input data poor, it will give you the poor quality of the work. Right? Then, by using the smart algorithms, it will work out. Then, recycling and reuse of materials through robots. Whether the robots are going to reuse the materials? Yes. What type of material? In the demolition activities, the steel, it is considered as waste nowadays. The cement, bricks, then timbers, any type of frames. These all materials can be saved by the robotics. The robots can separate the materials with, based on the minerals or based on the type of the material. It can separate the timber, it can separate the steel, it can separate the cement or any type of materials which is comes under waste. And also it suggests to the reuse. It can check the quality of the material, whether it is reusable or not. So the robots can give you the eco-friendly environment, and it is going to give you the sustainable environment. It is going to create a sustainable environment which is reducing the harmful activities in the society. So this is framed here. Robotics enables efficient recycling and reuse of construction materials by automating the sorting of processing of debris from demolition sites. Robots can accurately separate the materials like steel, concrete and wood, making it easier to recycle and repurpose them for new projects. This minimizes landfill waste and conserve natural resources. Do you know what is landfill? What is landfill? Landfill means it is the open area which is allocated to dump the waste coming from the city. It is allocated, it is permitted area. The waste generating from the city, the municipality is going to collect the waste. Right? So that complete waste is going to dump in a systematic manner in the landfill. That is called a landfill. Right? So nowadays we can see the waste is dumped in the open area, in the side of the roads or some any open area is found in the village or any nearby sites. If there is no any owner, the people are going to dump the waste in that particular area. They don't know that particular polluted area is going to harm to the people, those who are staying in and around that area. To avoid this activity, our government has become a rule that they are going to provide a large scale area to dump that waste into that particular area, that is called as landfills. So simply dumping the waste into the landfill, these robots are going to minimize the dumping waste into the landfill. Right? This minimizes landfill waste and conserves natural resources. Then, future trends in civil engineering. So, what are the future trends in civil engineering using the automations and the robotics? Any idea? How it is going to play? These robots to monitor and repair structures like bridges, roads and tunnels. I will give you one example. There is a 20 to 30 kilometer bridge is there, right? From point A to point B, right? It is constructed under river. So, in somewhat at point 7 or point 8, there will be a minor cracks are developing, right? So the people are not able to access that point. they are not going to encounter that damage. The robots are going to capture the image of damaged area. They can analyze the real-time data through the drones, right? When the human cannot able to travel at that point, it may be below the bridges, or it may be bottom of the water, right? It may be somewhere in the mid of the river. It is not able to capture. So in that type of situation, the drones can travel, the robots can travel, the automation system can take the real data from the damaged area. It will help you. And by capturing that data, it can increase the lifespan of the structure. How? If you found the captured area, if you found the captured area is damaged, you are going to what? You are going to do the solutions. How you are going to reduce that? What are the measures? Why it is damaged? These all things are analyzed. Right? Before exceeding the percentage of failure, you are going to take the precautions. So these kind of activities are increasing the lifespan of the structures. Just I have given you one example like bridge. There are n number of activities are there where the human being not able to reach that type of places. Right? In that particular situations, the robots can do it. Then I brought some of the case studies here. What are the case studies? See, what is this? In the solar panel. What it can produce you? It can generate the maximum energy, electrical energy. Right? It can store it. Then, see here. What is this? What is this? Do you know what is this? You can call it a drone. What is the length of wingspan? One wingspan length is approximately 160 feet. That is 50 meters. Who innovated it? Where it exists? What are the uses of this drone? Do you have any idea? At what depth it can travel? See here. It can fly at the altitudes above 55,000 feet from the ground level. This is made up with the what? Solar panels. It is a self-recharging drone. This was innovated in 2007, not 2023 or 2024. In USA, it was innovated in 2007. There are n number of case studies are there. I have only brought here some of the selected case studies. If you search in the Google, you will get n number of case studies based on the automation and robotics. Right? I have one video about this. I will show at the end of the presentation. Right? What is the use of this drone? Why it is created? It can send the real-time data through the GPS, through the sensors. It can capture the different types of images where the human cannot be able to travel at that point, which is not accessible to travel. There is no any transportations. Right? It can capture that particular area, right, and send back to the systems. Can remotely operated. Remotely operated means not with remote. The systems, sensors. These types of drones are used in the army system, army sectors also. Where? In the military sectors. This was innovated in the, or this was invented in the US army systems. Right? So there are a number of uses are there. You should know that how to use the resources. And one thing I will assure you, this concept will give you the new idea to the young generation to make a wonderful projects or new type of innovative projects. Right? It will give you the different types of ideas to you people. What are these? Robots. Solar paneled robots. There is no any need of recharge. These robots can recharge themselves. These robots can travel in the water also. These robots can travel in the forest also. Right? These robots can analyze the type of soil, type of minerals found there. These robots can send the captures of the images to the systems. Right? This is the use of robots. Then slowly coming to the agricultural field. How the robotic systems used in the agricultural field? Whether it is possible or not? Yes, it is possible. Why not it is not possible? It is possible. Here, just only you need to give the input. What type of input? You can reduce the maximum time, you can save the time, and it can save the energy, and it will give you the what? Zero error points. It is also rechargeable to the solars. These are the innovative ideas, right, which can be used in the agricultural field also. Right? By spraying the chemicals, by monitoring the moisture content at the soil. Right? In the dry season, we need to maintain the moisture. Right? So it can monitor. It can monitor the amount of moisture availability in the soil. Right? Then sprinkling the sprays. Right? So we are at the end of the session. These are the conclusions what we have discussed. So firstly we discussed that what is automation and robotics, how it is going to minimize the wastes. These resources allocation and efficient processes like 3D printing and prefabrication automation significantly reduce the material waste, contributing to more sustainable construction practices. Right? Before constructing the large scale project, you can make it as a 3D printing or prefabrications. Then you will come to know what is the realistic. So it can reduce the construction waste. For example, you have constructed this particular area. Now you want to demolish it. Then what will happen? This particular area, the amount of material is wasted. Right? So to avoid this type of activity, we are going to make a 3D printing. In the 3D printing, you are going to know what type of and how much material is required, how it looks after construction, what are the problems. So by knowing these all things, we can reduce the construction wastes. That is the first point. Then energy efficiency and reduce emissions. Simply wasting the fuels, large scale consumption of the fuels, or wasting the dumps, wasting the material into the open dumps. Right? These all are comes under energy efficiency and reduces the emissions. Sustainable earthworks with autonomous machines. These machines performing tasks with precision and minimizing soil exclusion. Autonomous machines promote sustainable land development and reduce environmental degradation during the earthworks. Then, AI enhanced resource optimizations. AI plays a significant role. It can analyze the data and it can give you the 0% of error, accurate works. Then robotics facilitates recycling and reuses. Can reuse the different types of materials. It can analyze. It can give you the significant results, and it can reduce the waste generated. Then proactive maintenance for infrastructure sustainability. Proactive maintenance means what? Like what I said, the example of the bridges, tunnels. If there is any damage or any cracks are developed in between the span of this bridge, can be encountered by the drones or robots. Right? We can take the proper solutions. It can increase the lifespan of the structure like this. So this ends the session. Thank you for your patience. Any queries you have? Thank you, Anand.